Science can help solve some of the world's most important problems. And what could be more important than keeping pee off your shoes? Yes, even the lowly urinal and those who use it can benefit from the occasional peer-reviewed study. Keeping restrooms clean and safe could all come down to the science of the shape of the thing you pee in. So let's take a look at the science of urinals and how folks are trying to make them better. Let's establish a couple facts. Fact number 1, urinals aren't sterile. Surprise! Urinals are like frat houses for bacteria. You probably don't need a scientist to tell you that, but in case you do, research has confirmed what we've always suspected, that the spaces under and between urinals host a plethora of bacteria from a diverse range of species, from Corynebacteria to Rickettsia to good old Staphylococcus. Fact number 2, even the most practiced peer can't hit the bowl every time. Anyone who has had the great pleasure of relieving themselves near a urinal won't need to refer to the scientific data backing up this assessment. But in case you're curious about volume, someone did crunch those numbers. In the United States alone, the total amount of urine overflow from our nation's 56 million urinals is roughly 1 million liters a day. That's a lot of wayward pee and a lot of habitat for bacteria. Gross, stinky urinals may seem like one of those immutable fixtures of human civilization, but it is possible to build a better urinal, and people are trying. Most efforts center around a few important variables and how they can affect a urinal's splash and stink potential. First, the shape of the bowl. Second, fluid dynamics, or if you like, the penis to urinal angle. And finally, encouraging the penis owner to actually take care about whether the urine ends up in the urinal. Some urinal designers think adding a target will help with variable number 3. Urinal designers in Japan did this with cute ladybug-shaped targets. Why they picked ladybugs and not bullseyes is anyone's guess. In the Netherlands, a similar design involves peeing on flies, which do seem somewhat more deserving than ladybugs. This supposedly reduces spillage by 80%, but we couldn't find a source for that number. We can agree that it probably does help at least a little. Some urinals are outfitted with a working soccer game. Just take aim and push the little ball into the goal with your pee stream. Some urinals even play music when you pee on them, which it's just kind of an odd time to get rickrolled. Still, other entrepreneurial designers have created urinals that play ads when you pee on them. Because no corner of the world should be free of advertising, even the one where you urinate. I'll be honest, I would never use that bathroom again. For those who have nothing against flies or ladybugs, there are also bowls that look like mouths. Ideally, mouths deemed worthy of being peed in, such as diabolical circus clowns or your least favorite politician. There are also flowers, religious figures, lips. It seems like urinal art is its own bizarre little subculture. Most of these novel shapes aren't scientifically designed and tested, but there is some effort within the scientific community to design better urinal shapes based on fluid dynamics. In other words, how does pee flow, and how can that knowledge be leveraged to build a splash-free urinal? In a 2025 study, scientists compared urinal shapes to determine which ones resulted in less splashback. Not with real pee, though. Instead, they approximated the flow of human urine with a jet of dyed water from, and I quote, an anatomically accurate nozzle. So basically a wee-wee shaped squirt gun. They aimed their anatomically accurate nozzle at one of 4 different shaped urinals. Then they soaked up the spilled water with paper towels and weighed the paper towels to compare splash volume. They found that splashback is prevented when the stream hits a rigid surface at or below an angle of 30 degrees. For standing users, the winning design was named cornucopia, after its vague resemblance to a Thanksgiving decoration. I don't see it personally, but whatever. Some scientists have proposed more high-tech solutions for other urinal-related problems, like clogging and stink. In a 2019 study, researchers tested a system to help control the process of urea hydrolysis. That's the chemical reaction that breaks down urea, the major waste product in urine, into ammonia and carbon dioxide. And ammonia? is stinky. They were specifically interested in urinals that don't use water to flush, which have the potential to improve wastewater quality. The system they tested contains pH and conductivity sensors that signal the release of acetic acid when pH reaches a certain threshold. The acid inhibits urea hydrolysis, thus reducing the yuck and stink levels in the urinal. Unfortunately, the biggest variable in modern urinal design is the one nobody can really control. A person has to actually care about whether or not their pee goes where it's supposed to. Not everyone bothers to aim for the fly, which means we've got to ask for just a little bit more effort. Oh, and while you're at it, wash your hands.